EA Sports.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Hey, what's up dudes? Staxers here and welcome back to another NHL 19 franchise mode with the Vancouver Canucks. And I know it's been a while since I uploaded a franchise episode, but no worries, we're getting right back into it here, and I'm gonna try to upload them as consistently as I can. Usually around at least a week I'm gonna be uploading them. I'll give them a week between the uploads. Alrighty dude, so right into the upload here. I'm pretty excited for this upload because I feel like this is the season that we finally the Vancouver Canucks make the playoffs. Hopefully, I'm really hoping that we make the playoffs this season. It really depends on how well our forwards play, because our defense is looking really good at the moment, other than Strawman. And our goaltender, I mean, Thatcher Demko between the pipes, I mean, what more can you say? He's a really good goaltender, and I'm glad to have him between the pipes here in Vancouver. Alrighty, so before we continue on to the comments that were left in the comment section, I had thoughts about restarting this Vancouver series because, I mean, I started the Vancouver, if you go back to episode 1, I started this series and Elias Pettersson was only, I think, a 79 at depth forward at the time. And about maybe a couple weeks into the actual season, Elias Pettersson looked a whole lot better than what EA thought he was going to be. So they bumped up his stats and everything, and he's now considered a first line forward, I'm pretty sure, at 85 overall. So with changes like that, jumping from like a 79 overall to 85 overall, I mean, that's a huge jump in, especially when it comes to like simulating. I mean, if we started off this series and Elias Pettersson was 85 overall, we probably would have made the playoffs a lot sooner than expected, in all honesty. But this is just a thought at the moment. This is just something for you guys to gander about in the comment section below. And what do you guys think? I mean, if you want me to restart, I could restart it, although the amount of views that the first episode got was, it totally just blew up because I uploaded it basically as soon as NHL 19 came out. Alright dude, so before I move on, I do have a Twitter account, and if you guys ever feel ever so kind, do give it a follow. It is on the video or on the screen at the moment on this upload, but it is also down in the video description below. So if you want to get in contact with me at some point, I do check my Twitter fairly often, so give it a follow. It really helps me out, guys. But once again, just a thought, I most likely will just continue this series anyways, as is. I mean, we're still doing pretty good. We're rolling along here. And I don't know, the end goal is a cup anyways. Eventually, I do hope I do get the cup with this team here. And if we do, then we'll probably move on to a different team. Like, I'm thinking along the lines of Montreal or Vancouver. Those are possible options, but yeah, other than that, we're gonna move into this upload now. Enough of me gandering on about nothing. So moving on from that, and on to this upload. So if you've made it this far, don't forget to leave a like. It really does help me out if you stop by and you watch this. Don't forget to smash that like button. Once again, it really does help me out. Alrighty, so we're gonna go over some comments here. The first one comes from Zach Kranz, and it says, "Don't trade Goodobin. You need him for the second line." Now, I totally agree with you, Zach Kranz. I think Goodobin is a really good offensive player. He definitely is really fast too, but last year he was considered a second line forward, and he was a minus 18 with 42 points. Now, he produced a lot of points, but defensively he wasn't good in his own end. And this year he's only a third line check-in forward, so his stats did go down, but he's only 24 at the same time. So the thought of trading him at this point, it's It's not really relevant, but it could happen down the road. Actually, speaking of Godolphin, when he came to preseason, actually, I'm just realizing this, but Connor Sheary actually had a much better preseason than Godolphin. Although he was only playing third line minutes, I mean, he still did a lot better than Godolphin, especially poise, when it comes to poise. I mean, +5, 6 points, so that means he was more than likely on for maybe 1 goal during the preseason, but other than that, he's really poised, and I feel like maybe Connor Sheary could actually take on the second line here. If not, then we'll definitely switch him back to the third line. But for now, we're gonna play Godolphin down on the third line with Jake Virtanen and Mikko Koivu, and hopefully he can gain some poise or learn something from Mikko Koivu. He's a really good two-way player, and I'm happy to have him here as a Vancouver Canuck. I'm going to do a little bit of minor changes also. That's not the only change I'll make probably, but I'm going to do that not on camera. I'll let you guys know if I change anything. We're going to move on to the comments here though. Okay, so the next comment comes from Dadder782, and he's a really good buddy of mine. Don't forget to check him out. Once again, his name's Dadder782. He makes really good content, so yeah, go give him a sub. But what he says here is, I would look to improve the second or third line wing, either by getting a third line guy straight up or by getting a second line guy and bumping the Kerwin down to the third to even out the lines. I'd also consider moving Strawman and looking for a better backup than Lindgren. So basically, improve our forward depth. Get rid of Strawman in exchange for a better defenseman, and also switch out Lindgren. Okay, these are moves I really want to make happen. I totally agree with you, bro. Data782. We definitely want to change up our second line here. At the moment, we're going to let Connor Sheary and Berchi try out the second line or second pairing. And then hopefully down the road, maybe we can get a right winger of some sort, and then Connor Sheary could get bumped down to the third line, depending on how well he does. Alrighty, dudes. John Carlson is on the trade block for the Washington Capitals. They seem to be a rebuilding team. We're going to try to acquire him before we start this season to strengthen up that blue line. And what I'm offering here is Weston Skinner, who I picked up in the 3rd round. He's a medium elite, but he doesn't seem to be growing like a medium elite, which has me a little bit worried. I know he's only 19 years old, but I feel like since we have Ulevi, I don't see the purpose of having another medium elite left-handed defenseman. I mean, of course we could keep him just in case Ulevi doesn't turn out, but we can always get another one down the road too. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to trade him with Anton Strawman and with some calorie. Oh my god, my words. With some of the salary retained, so we're only going to be paying $2 million for Anton Strawman while he's over in Washington Capitals. It's only going to be for 1 year, so that's the reason I'm doing this. And since John Carlson is on the trade block, I hope this goes through. It looks like it might, but you never know. Let's see what happens. So proposed trade rejected. I am definitely gonna throw something else in there. Maybe not a right-hander. Definitely not a left-hander, because we don't have anyone growing on that side. We can throw in. Nah, I don't see Dallin. Nah. Goalies. We do have medium elite in Sanderson, but I don't see the purpose of that. Let's get rid of this guy right here. Here's a starting goaltender and see what happens. Trade accepted. There you guys go. So welcome John Carlson to the Vancouver Canucks. I imagine he's gonna do very well. Rather than having Travis Hamonic there, I know he lost morale because Strawman is gone, but we got a better player out of it, so I'm happy. I'm happy for this. Okay, guys. So I kind of forgot that it was actual season. So I swapped Markstrom and Charlie Lindgren, and somehow Lindgren successfully cleared waivers and made it to our AHL farm team, but I'm not mad about that. I mean, I can trade him off eventually. I guess that kind of shows how much of a good prospect he is. I mean, I'm sure he's still a really good prospect, but we don't need him in the NHL at the moment. I do agree with you, Data. We're gonna let Jacob Markstrom take up the backup position. He has fairly decent poise, 80. I mean, that's fairly decent, at least for the backup position at the moment. Yeah, so I think I've done everything that I need to do at the moment. There's not much else I want to change. So it goes Evander Kane, Pedersen, Besser, Konashiri, Horvat, Berchi, and then Godobin, Mikko Koivu, and then Jake Virtanen. And we have Tyler Bertuzzi, Todd Bertuzzi's nephew, Adam Gaudette, and Mike Cordano. Defensively, Derek Pouliot will be taking the top two pairing. Hopefully at 26 years old he can make an improvement still and become, well, I mean, currently he'll be our top two pairing. I'm really hoping Juolevi makes a jump and then Derek Pouliot doesn't have to have all the weight on his shoulders, but yeah, for now he's going to be there. We have John Carlson, who we added through or via trade before our first official game to strengthen our blue line. He was on the trade block, so I made the decision that I want to acquire him. And plus having Travis Hamonic up here kind of worried me, I'm not going to lie to you. But we have him on the top four pairing where he belongs at the moment. And then we have Ben Hutton, Olli Juolevi, and then Jeremy Waugh. And the reason I acquired him, you guys, I just want to mention this now, is he's a really good offensive defenseman. He might not make that top four defensive positioning jump. He might always be a top six defender, but even then he's a solid top six defender and he can produce points while shutting it down at the same time. And that's the reason I got Jeremy Waugh. Alright, dude, so my favorite part of the upload, we are going to jump into simulating. I know there were some other comments, but they weren't exactly suggesting anything. They were more so just commenting, so I'm not going to put them in here, but if you do happen to suggest something or you thought of something that you want me to change, don't forget to leave it below. I check every comment and I feature them in the uploads. But nonetheless, let's get into simulating. Oh, this is hilarious. John Carlson has already played a game and he has 2 assists, so he's the first Canuck to have a game played and a couple points of this season without actually playing a game in Vancouver. I don't know if that makes sense, but moving on. Okay, so first game, probably the most important game. We're gonna do a slow time simulation and we're gonna see how well this group of players do together. So goals, first period, oh my goodness. Okay, so Jonathan Drouin, Shaw, and Donato make it 3-0, and the shot's only 7-10, which is not a good sign at all. This is not a good sign. Okay, so Mikko Koivu gets on the board. Yippee. Another period. Wow, Vancouver tied it. Okay, that's kind of surprised. I was expecting failure right there, but totally surprised me. Tatar, Thomas Tatar. Okay, Pedersen beats Price. Same with Virtanen. So OT, nothing. Shootout. This is where Elias Pedersen has to come in big. Shootout. Jonathan Drouin for some reason. Okay, so this is what happened pretty much. I'm gonna look at the plus minus and I am gonna figure out where we went wrong. Okay, so the only line that was actually a minus during that game was our 4th line, so we're gonna take away a little bit of responsibility from the 4th line, specifically the center position, because it seems like he had the most ice time. Do we want to do that though? Let's try it. We're gonna give penalty kill minutes to Bo Horvat in hopes that this hopefully makes the team better, maybe? I'm hoping. Can it? we're gonna try it out. We're gonna give it a try. So next game. Okay, so slow time simulation once again. Go to goals, and so Colorado, Tyson Jones beats Thatcher Demko. Nathan McKinnon beats Thatcher Demko. We almost tied with Marco Dano and Bester getting on the board, but once again we fall short. This is not cool at all, you guys. So who was it? Bester, Carlson, Pedersen, Pouliot, and Kane. So obviously Pedersen isn't ready for those top line minutes yet. I mean, we can play him on the power play, but after a second loss in a row, I don't feel safe with him up there. So we're gonna give him a little bit less ice time, and hopes that this works. Hopefully, I'm really begging on it. So let's go over to Tampa. Another slow time simulation. Bachi lost Morel because of locker room interactions. Goals. Okay, so finally, okay, Goodovin gets on the board first for Vancouver. That's really important in these games. Okay, so next we got Bo Horvat getting on the board for Vancouver, 2-0. And then Mikko Koivu. Okay, so the key to this Vancouver team doing good is playing our two-way forwards. They definitely help out Thatcher Demko. I mean, Thatcher Demko shut down the other team completely in that game. So we're going to keep Bo Horvat up here and Elias Pettersson down here, but we're going to keep these lines the same. So Horvat will play the second power play line while Pettersson will play the first. And at the same time, Horvat will get penalty kill minutes. And that way he's not losing morale due to ice time or anything like that. Vertan, he's doing good there, so we're going to keep him there. Dano's doing good now, or starting to. Okay, I think we have a lineup that might hopefully do well. They got us a win, so that has to mean something. Alrighty, so now that we've successfully got a win, and a shutout at that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start the simulation. We're going to simulate up to October or November 1st, I mean. Oh snap, so 7-6 loss in Toronto. They have some obvious firepower there. Oh my god, really? Okay, I gotta fix these lines quickly. Okay, well luckily we have Stetcher up here at the moment. He can not exactly relieve Carlson's spot. I kind of just swapped him in for Waugh and then swapped Hamonic in for Carlson. Extra attacker, who deserves probably Kane. I just realized something. Pedersen. Okay, Pedersen's the first line. I know we gotta keep him up here. We have no choice now. We just can't switch him. We can't. There's no way that's happening. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so Sebastian Repo has been placed on waivers. I'm actually going to claim him. He's only 24 years old. He plays a center position. He's a two-way forward. He may not be NHL ready at the moment because last season he only played in the AHL 76 games. He had 51 points, so he was a +2, so he can produce points, but I don't know. We can give him a try maybe over Gaudet, and I mean we have room for him, so why not? Let's claim him. And let's continue the simulation also. Okay, so John Carlson is ready. Let's go ahead and put him in the lineup quickly. Okay, so I've decided to keep Repo down in the AHL. I mean, we don't have much for forward depth down here anyway, so I'm just going to keep him down here for now. Went to best lines and just left it like that. But other than that, we're going to continue in the NHL and hopefully we can get some wins together here. Now with John Carlson back in the lineup, so there's a 1-0 shootout loss. I'm actually going to look at this quickly. So go to view, draft class. Alrighty, so number 1 at the moment it's Cody Peterson. And then we have Avery McGuire, Matthias Beaker, and Mike Rocks, I'm guessing. Although these could change in the future. These aren't exact, but you never know really. So we're only gonna look at the top 4 at the moment and continue the simulation here. So we are in Nashville and we suffer an injury, sadly. Okay, let's put Stetcher in. Let's go back over here. Okay, so 43 shootout win. 3-1 win against St. Louis. We're gonna put Jeremy Waugh back in because his growth is important to us. So switch Stetcher out. Jeremy Waugh back in. And let's continue the simulation. So far we're doing pretty decent. 5-2-3 for the Vancouver Canucks. I mean, it's a lot better than the previous years. I mean, John Carlson, he definitely makes a difference. He shuts it down in our end, and he also produces points too at the same time. So he's almost a perfect right-handed top 2 defenseman that Vancouver needs at the moment. Sutter for a 4th rounder. You know, actually, no, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait till trade deadline for Sutter. I know we're taking ice time away from him, but we're gonna wait on that. We're gonna wait. Alright, dude. So 6-3-3. We're at the top of the league at the moment. Now I don't want to get you too excited. We only finished the first month, but so far this team's looking pretty good. We're definitely gonna want to switch up the top 6 forwards at trade deadline, but they seem to be doing pretty good at the moment. I'm liking the production and I'm liking the poise. Let's go up to Calgary here. Alrighty, so Calgary, a big time rivalry. The first game of November too, so we're at home. We're gonna go ahead and do a slow time simulation. Well, I guess it's not exactly slow, but it's as slow as it's gonna get pretty much. First period, Besser scores for Vancouver, but Pavelski, Rasmus Anderson, and Max Pacioretty put it away for Calgary. And then Evander Kane scores. Oh man, we almost tied it. We were so close. And the shots were pretty even this one, so I'm happy for Vancouver. They played a pretty decent game, but we lost, so. Okay, so with Koivu injured, we're gonna go ahead and put Brandon Sutter in. Now, I notice there's a lot of injuries happening this season. I don't know what my meter is at the moment, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna check that quickly. I feel like there's a lot of injuries happening. It's really weird. I don't think this many injuries should be happening. Okay, so we're gonna put it down to 10, or let's even it out a little bit. We'll put it at 12 for now. The injury occurrence. Okay, so yeah, so Brandon Sutter is gonna be placed on the 3rd line at the moment, just until Mikko Koivu gets back. We're gonna continue the simulation all the way up to the next month, so the Edmonton Oilers. So we move to St. Louis, and it's a win in St. Louis. We have a win in Vegas. Wow, that's a good team over there. A loss to Buffalo, that's kinda almost guaranteed. They have a really good team. Brandon Sutter on the trade block. Yep. A 5-1 loss, a 2-1 loss, a 5-0 win against Chicago. We're not trading Kane. There's no way we're trading someone we just acquired. 4-0 Minnesota. 2-0 against Arizona, but a loss, a 4-0 loss to... Okay, so we got shut out way too many times there. Whoa. What is happening? What is going on? Let's switch him. I'm so glad Koivu's back. We've been really lacking in offense. Like, big time. Why, though? Like, a lot of these characters are plus, but this 3rd line is not doing too good. I think that's because Koivu was absent. some people after Karnashiri. Should we advance it and hopefully Corvu doesn't get injured again? Let's just keep our fingers crossed. Holy crap. Okay. Just amateur scout calling. Okay. Okay. 2-1 OT loss against Vegas. Another loss to New Jersey. Okay, how are the standings looking? I mean, we're definitely in a wild card spot. The good thing is that not many teams in our league are doing too well. We're kind of even, but at the same time, that's kind of a bad thing. That means we're definitely going to be competing for a spot here. Okay, so I think I may have found a solution, hopefully. Wait, what is this? We're going to take some ice time away from Godolbin. I think so. We're going to keep it to Karnashiri and Sven Berchi. I mean, if he's not doing good, then there's no point in giving him ice time in that position. And then I also switched up, let's see here, the shootout. So Pedersen, I bumped him up to the second person. I feel like this makes a difference. Even in the playoffs, when you're in the playoffs, I know there's no shootout, but for some reason it makes a difference for ice time, I feel like at least. So we're gonna give Pedersen some extra ice time there. His Deacons are really good, so we're gonna bump him up in that position. Other than that, let's continue the simulation, I guess. Let's go over here. We are in December at the moment. That's pretty good. Do we have any rivalry teams this? Oh, we have a couple. We're not gonna. No, we don't want to slow this down too much. I don't want this upload to be too long. So the Boston Bruins, Kane, Karnashiri. I'm gonna edit my trade block. What the hell's? What's going on here? Why are these guys on the trade block? I don't get this. Take them off there and maybe they gain some morale and actually play a little bit better. Okay, 3-1 loss. 3-1 loss. Okay. Okay, 3-1 win. That's a good thing. Okay, we're on quite a winning streak. That's a good sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 winning streak, and then we get a loss in OT, so that's okay. As long as we got that point, I am totally fine with that. Bitchy, that's not gonna happen. Okay, another 2 wins. Can we get another one in Edmonton? Nope, we're gonna lose there. 8-3 against San Jose. Wow, they just exploded. And we're on another winning streak. Okay, so cool. The line changes look pretty successful, in my opinion at least. December was a really good month. We're at the top of the standings at the moment, so that's definitely saying something, in my opinion. Look at these guys. So I'm definitely gonna want to get a right-handed winger here. So I'm going to play with Berchi and Horvat on the second line. Yeah, that's our goal. That's going to be one of the goals. And then we're pretty complete at trade deadline. Okay, so moving on. I'm not going to make the trade until about mid-February. I mean, just before trade deadline, pretty much. That way we know who's in contention. And I think for sure Vancouver is going to be contending team. I mean, look at this, the record where we're at the moment. I mean, we're almost guaranteed a playoff spot. But yeah, we're gonna wait until about mid-February to see which teams are rebuilding and which teams want to give up some rentals for the upcoming playoffs. Alrighty, so with that said, let's go ahead and continue the simulation. I haven't been paying much attention to the comments. I'm gonna do something before trade deadline also to make sure our prospects are doing good, because a balance of both teams, I mean, you gotta do work on both teams. That's why you got both of them. Josh Jacobs, right-handed, probably NHL ready, right? 19 games played in the AHL, 1 game played in the NHL. I'm not too fond on it. I don't. Wait, how old is he? 24. No, we're gonna decline it. We're gonna go ahead and decline that. I don't know why I declined that. I mean, we could have traded him, but that just happened, I guess. People still going after Birchie. I don't think that's gonna happen at all. I do not see that happening. Nope. Not Birchie. Okay, go to view draft class. What do we have here? So basically the same. See, these guys swapped. But that's the only major difference I really notice. Yeah. So that's that. We got a long weekend ahead of us. Vancouver Canucks are probably doing, I don't know, at the moment. Birchie and Shuri for Jonas Brodin. Wow, what a trade! If this was an accept all trades franchise series, I don't know. I don't know where the Vancouver Canucks would be at. Can we get a win in Philly? Nope, a loss just because I asked. Alrighty, so I made a couple changes before we finish off the upload. If they don't work out, I'll switch it back, but we're only gonna simulate up to the 17th. No, let's see. We'll make it the 21st. Let's make it the 21st. Let's start the simulation and see how our players start to do now. So 2 losses. Okay, a win in against the Capitals. A win against Detroit. That's a good sign. A win against Columbus. 4-1. We're doing fairly decent. Oh, we're flying now. The Vancouver Canucks. 3-1. And Arizona was a team we were losing to in the earlier part of the season. Wait, is that a win? Taking quite a while. Oh, another win. There you go. Okay, so 3-2 loss against Columbus, though. We're going to decline that trade. Winnipeg. 4-2 loss. Can we get a win in our final? Nope. We're not going to get a win. Okay, so we definitely got to make a change to our second line. That's definitely going to happen. I put Godobin into on the penalty kill because Mark Giordano wasn't doing good. And now Mark Giordano is a -6. I feel like in the next upload we can definitely make a trade for a 4th line centerman, someone that's a little better than Gaudette. I mean, I know we have Brandon Sutter that could go into that position, but I kind of want someone a little different, someone that could win the. Well, actually, 1 minute before I make a decision on that. So 80 face-offs. If I can get someone with better face-offs than Brandon Sutter and Adam Gaudette to play the 4th line, then that's definitely a good acquisition. I think I should definitely go for that. The other thing we got to go for is a right winger, someone to play with Birchie and Horvat, because I feel like Carnicer is playing quite a bit. He isn't a plus at the moment, so we're gonna have to reduce his ice time. Same with Godobin, so that way Carnicer can take the 3rd line with Virtanen and Koivu. I mean, they seem to be doing a good job down here. Unless we trade for someone else other than. Well, let's see actually. I mean, Godobin can play with Carnicer and Koivu. That could be an idea. He has 11 goals at the moment. He's a decent sniper. He definitely can produce. So those are the options at the moment. I mean, we can also trade for a left-hander, but Pouliot seems to be doing a decent job, and we do have Juolevi coming up. Don't want to take away ice time from Mr. Juolevi here. I don't know. I think our defense is looking pretty solid at the moment. We can get away with it in the playoffs. So I'm going to keep it the same unless I get a suggestion down below. Goaltender wise, I mean, we can keep Markstrom because we're not even going to use him during the playoffs anyways. That doesn't really matter. All that matters is Thatch Demko at this point. But yeah, those are things that we want to change at the moment. I don't know exactly what kind of forward I want to get. I think we might want to get either a two-way forward or a playmaker. More than likely a playmaker because Bo Horvat seems to be doing a good job as a two-way forward on the second line. And we don't want to have too many of those. Yeah, so currently at the moment we are in contention for a playoff position. That doesn't mean exactly that we're going to make the playoffs because we do have a lot of strong teams in our division at the moment. I'm going to quickly skim through the trade block at the moment, and that will give you guys an idea on who's available on the trade block at least. Someone that we can target and a little easier for rental. And well, oh wow. There's Jacob Silverberg. He's a +11 at the moment. He has 30 points. That's an option for the right winger. Wow, Jonathan Tay is on the trade block. That's crazy. Brandon Saad. I mean, he could be a left winger too. Bitch, he could play the right side with like a playmaker of some sort. But we definitely need a second line winger of some sort. Let's see, Detroit. They got Zetterberg. Probably not a good idea. -5. Kovalchuk. Sniper. Is this an idea? Wow. Wow, Kovalchuk is amazing for simulation. That's insane. He has 77 points and he's a +17. So yeah, leave it in the comment section below if you think I should try to acquire Kovalchuk. I mean, he's 37 years old and he's still producing like a first liner. But then again, there's also Tyler Toffoli. Who's a good idea also. He's 28 years old. I think that's actually a better idea. I think Tyler Toffoli makes a little more sense. He has 5 years on his contract though. And Kovalchuk, actually Kovalchuk makes a little more sense because he has 1 year remaining. So we could get him as a rental. Yeah, so LA has some pretty good forwards here for the trade deadline. Minnesota, Sutter. We got Eric Stahl. Maybe not. Wendland. Gustav Nyquist. -23. Yikes. Okay, maybe not Nyquist. That guy will probably have some serious morale issues. Let's see. Okay, we're getting pretty close to the end of this. Dadonov, +15. He has 24 goals and 25 assists. Okay, this one's a good area too. I mean, he's considered a sniper, but it seems like he can also play make too. He has some good passing and puck skills. Okay, Dadonov's an option also. Plus, he's only 4 million. Can definitely look into getting either Dadonov or David Perron here. Right-handed, +5. Tampa, nothing. Toronto, nope. Vegas. Want to get rid of Subban. Tyson Berry. Yeah, so that's it for the trade block. Okay, so the last thing I want to look at is I want to look at the reason why we're not the top of the league at the moment, because we have some pretty good players on our team. So it's a little bit confusing. I mean, what can I do to improve this team? So we're going to look at that. So the point production at the moment, we're in 5th place. Goals for, we have a lot of goals for, so we're doing pretty good for goals for. I mean, not exactly Los Angeles, but we're doing pretty good. Actually, looking at Los Angeles and thinking about it, I think Kovalchuk is a big reason why Los Angeles is producing so many goals. So maybe he's a really good pickup at trade deadline for the next upload. I think, in my opinion, but it's really up to you guys though. So goals for per game, Vancouver in second, I think. That's right. Yeah. Goals against. So Vancouver is in 6th. Is it maybe our power play? Is our power play not working? So who has the best power play at the moment? Seems to be, oh, okay, Anaheim, and then Los Angeles, Calgary, Arizona, Edmonton, and then Vancouver. And then the percentage, yikes. We're pretty far down on the power play percentage, so if we can improve our power play, then we already have a better team then at that point. So we definitely got to get a winger who is offensively minded and is really good poise in the offensive zone. What's this? Power play goals again. Okay, so our penalty kill is also not good also. We're going to want to update that. We have one of the worst penalty. We have the worst penalty kill in the league at the moment. So if we can get a winger of some sort, or like I said, a good centerman with good face-offs, then that is definitely in our agenda at the moment. To improve our penalty kill. How are we at home? Something quick we can look at. 12, 11, and 5 at home. And then, wow, we're one of the better away teams. Why don't we do good at home? That's so weird. Like, we're like one of the worst home teams in the league. Is that maybe because of... No, I don't have that set on. Oh, that's really weird. I wonder why. That is so weird. Alrighty, so that's going to be it for this upload, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. It was pretty successful in my eyes. I mean, we're not exactly a playoff team, but we're in contention at the moment. And if we make the right moves before trade deadline, then we're a shoo-in for the playoffs. But if we screw up, then better luck next year for Vancouver, right? But yeah, leave your suggestions down below on who I should acquire for this trade deadline before we continue on with the simulation. And once again, I'll try to get the next upload out in the upcoming week here and try to keep up with that consistency on uploading these franchise modes. Once again, thanks for coming by. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're just stopping by. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next upload, And if you guys want me to do something else, I will do it at the start of next upload. Leave the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out, dudes.